What if I told you that you could travel back in time? Not with a machine, but with music. Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are about to listen to a DJ set, a story told in 3 songs from almost 100 years ago. It's an incredible lost gem, so let's dive in. And that's really the big question, isn't it? We're going to break down this Lost Tanda, this little musical treasure, to see exactly how a DJ from the golden age of tango created an experience that takes you on a full emotional ride, from pride and jealousy all the way to a sweet nostalgic farewell. Okay, so first things first, we need to know what a tanda is. This isn't just some random shuffle of songs. Oh no, it is a carefully, deliberately crafted narrative. The DJ is basically a storyteller, and each song is a new chapter. And the story we're exploring today, it's a Vals tanda, a waltz, built completely around the powerful female voices of the era. So our story kicks off with an artist so respected, so revered, that her biggest rival basically refused to accept a crown while she wasn't around. Let's meet the first incredible voice of our tanda. I mean, just let that sink in. This quote from Libertad Lamarck says it all. When she was voted the queen of tango, she stood up and said, you know what, this doesn't count. Because the real queen, Mercedes Simone, wasn't even in the competition. Wow, that tells you everything about the kind of legend we're dealing with here. Simone was known as the Great Dame of Tango, and for good reason. She was a total pioneer of radio, a star in the very first sound film in Argentina, and her singing style, it was just so unique, so controlled and personal. And she wasn't just a star at home. Her fame was huge all across Latin America, a true international icon. And that brings us to the first song in our set, Celosa, which means jealous, recorded back in 1931. This track is the perfect vehicle for Simone's talent because it's all about complex, hidden emotions. It's a story all about that internal conflict, the battle between what you show the world and what you're really feeling deep down inside. And this right here, this is the core tension of the song. On the outside, the character is all pride and I don't care, but inside, oh, she's wrestling with jealousy, tormented by the hurt of a love that's gone. Simone's performance captures that split personality perfectly, and it sets this poised but really emotionally charged tone for our whole tanda. All right, on to our second act. Let's see how the story builds on this. We're about to shift from that quiet, simmering jealousy to a firm final goodbye, led by another absolute legend of the stage and screen. A cinematic animal. That's a quote from the surrealist filmmaker Luis Buñuel. And he was talking about Libertad Lamarck. Yep, the very same artist who said Mercedes Simone was the true queen. You see, Lamarck had a kind of star power that was just impossible to ignore. Now, just like Simone, Lamarck was also in that first sound film, Tango. But her career took a different path. She moved to Mexico, and her fame just exploded. They called her La Novia de America, the Bride of America. She became a superstar across the whole continent, loved for that incredible voice and her magnetic presence on screen. So, her song in this tanda is Idilio trunco, which you could translate as broken romance. It was recorded in 1928, and it completely shifts the mood. This isn't about hiding your feelings anymore. This is about making a final, crystal-clear decision. The message here is just so powerful and direct. She's essentially telling her ex-lover, get out. Your apologies are worthless. The trust is gone. Lamarck performs it with so much strength and conviction. It's like a warning that he will regret what he threw away. It's this amazing moment of empowerment. Okay, so we've gone from prideful jealousy to a powerful goodbye. Where could the story possibly go from here? Well, the final act takes us somewhere completely different, to a place of pure, heartfelt nostalgia, a look back. And the final song is Valsecito de antes, or the little waltz from before. Now, the vocalist here, Joaquina Carreras, she might not be as famous as Simone or Lamarck, but her voice is the absolute soul of this tanda's conclusion. This song is pure memory. And what's so incredible about this song is that the lyrics were written by Homero Manzi, one of tango's greatest poets ever, when he was just 21 years old. Can you imagine? He was just capturing the feeling of his neighborhood, and then 2 years later, his words become immortal in this recording by Carreras. I mean, the imagery is just so beautiful. You can almost smell the grapevines, right? You can hear that music drifting out from a backyard patio. The lyrics paint this perfect picture of a world where music and community were just woven together. And that is the whole point. The song says it itself. If Tango is the tough guy, the malevo with all the swagger, this waltz is the exact opposite. It's all heart. It's tenderness, gratitude, love. It is the perfect, gentle landing for our emotional story. So now that we've heard all 3 chapters, let's pull the camera back and really look at the genius of the DJ who put this together. How did these 3 totally different songs by 3 different women become one seamless story? The structure of this tanda is just brilliant. You start with the elegant, almost playful pride of Celosa. Then, bam, Idilio trunco comes in and injects this bittersweet tension. And then it all resolves into the warm, tender nostalgia of Valsecito de antes. It's a perfectly paced emotional journey.
And if you want to get a little nerdy, the musical structure is just as smart. The DJ starts us in a major key, which feels light. Then he shifts to 2 different minor keys to make things feel deeper, more emotional. And look at the tempo. It slowly creeps up, pushing the energy forward just a little bit with each song. It's masterful stuff.
So why are we talking about this? Why does a playlist from nearly a century ago still matter? Well, the answer is about so much more than just the music. This tanda is a time capsule. It's a beautiful tribute to the amazing women who literally defined the sound of an era. It gives us a sound that you just don't hear much anymore, something with real historical weight. And more than anything, it proves that a simple set of 3 songs can be a profound story, connecting us directly to the heart and soul of a world long gone. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. This incredible story was just sitting there, hidden in the archives, waiting for someone to listen. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other masterpieces, what other amazing emotional journeys are just sitting there in those forgotten grooves, waiting to be heard?